Guys, Rob Hersov has exposed Malema, and there are questions that are being asked about Julius. There are real questions that are being asked. Yes, at this particular juncture, Malema has not yet responded to these allegations. But according to Rob Hersov, Malema lied about white people and certain things. And then Rob Hersov and his family and friends, they met with Julius Malema somewhere in England. And they asked Malema, and this is what troubles me. They asked Malema, why did you say this and this and this about us? And then Malema says, I played into the gallery. In other words, I realized, or I read the room and I realized this is what can excite people. So that this alone, it says that whatever Malema is doing, it's not genuine, but he's making it look like genuine. He has not yet responded, don't worry. We are speaking on the basis of what Rob Hersov says. Before my keyboard warriors, they come for us, we are speaking on behalf, we are speaking solely on the basis of what Rob Hersov have said. That's the basis. Don't tell me, you didn't do your research. Which research? Malema has not responded. He has seen the allegation. Chose not to respond. So what? 2, there's a question that was asked. The moment other people saw that video, they asked this question. What were you doing with the enemy? And I think that's the question that you need to answer to. What were you doing with the enemy? Especially, you fly all the way from South Africa to London to meet with the enemy. Then the following question is true. What were you doing with the enemy there? Why were you eating with the enemy? How are you going to justify that? Now, this man is facing a very serious, difficult task at hand. Because if that thing happened, and it is now coming out by these people, then you're gonna have hard time trying to convince us that you were there for good reasons, because you'll have to explain to us, what were you doing with these people? What were you doing with the enemy? Take a look at what Rob Hersov says here.
Julius,
you met Julius in London, right?
I hosted his first ever lunch in London.
Yeah, I think
and
I
there's
was
this
in Oxford
photograph of Lord Robin Rennick, who died a month ago.
Yeah.
My dad, me, and Julius Malema.
Yes, yeah.
We were just having lunch.
Yeah.
And there were 20 other people there. And that picture's been flying around. Paulie van Wyk, when I first moved back to South Africa, journalist for Daily Maverick,
Yes, yeah.
comes up to me and says, I'm doing an article on you funding the EFF. I went, where do you get this from? She said, this photograph. I said, so you extrapolate a lunch photograph to me funding the EFF. I mean, come on. Do proper work.
Yeah. So I
met Julius, and he was very impressive. He's highly intelligent. He plays to the audience. I tried to get him to put his red cap on for a photograph. He said no. He knew this was London, the city of London. These are the big beasts of the financial sector. And he was going to do the right thing. And my father, after 20 minutes of Julius speaking, people were nodding their heads. Because 90% of what he says you can actually agree with. The rest is the Looney Tunes. And my father put his hand up and he said, Julius, how can you speak to all of us in an intelligent, sensible way, and yet you go to a football stadium, it's, kill the Boers. And Julius said, I play to the audience. Straight like that.
Wow.
So I think he's going to have a hard time remaining relevant. He's lost his top lieutenants.
Yeah.
And the EFF's just the crazy guys. They're gone. From my perspective, they are not relevant anymore.
You reckon they can't come back from this?
No.
Okay, so I was saying, good team. At least if a person who came out with this information was Julius Malema, but it is the enemy or the Rob Hersov who comes out with this information and say, oh, by the way, we had Julius Malema on the other day there. We're busy eating and enjoying ourselves with Julius Malema. Then the following question is true. Because I saw that from Untegima's wife. Somebody posted this and said that Rob Hersov says he was with Julius Malema somewhere in England in that post, Tsukumazwai reposted it, but now changed the question and say, or the captions, or in fact added her own captions and said, first of all, what were you doing with the enemy? And you see that question. It stuck with me because I said to myself, wow. If I'm Julius Malema right now and I have to justify this, how am I going to justify this? Maybe you know. Let me hear in the comment section below. How are you going to justify this? But before we can proceed with that, I think it will be nice for you to do this. If you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come on, good people, because to subscribe it is free, to like the video it is free, to comment in the comment section below it is free of charge, to click the notification bell it is free of charge, to share this video it is free of charge, to watch this video until the end it is free of charge. Also, good people, come on, to watch the ads it's free of charge, and that's how you financially contribute to this YouTube channel. Speaking about financially contribution to the channel, you can become a member of this YouTube channel from as little as 20 Rand a month. You can also use the super thanks button. In case you don't want to do that, guys, there is a way where you can use my media company banking details to donate to the channel, and you know what I'm saying, we'll bring you more, and also guys want to buy more equipment. So the power is in your hands. Please do the honorable thing as we proceed. Okay, so as what I find it very difficult it is when Hersov says that Julius Malema, when he was asked about that, he said he played into gallery. And this one, it's not just about Julius Malema, this one. Most politicians have got the tendency to lie. They've got a tendency of lying. It's just that some are smart enough not to lie about the obvious things. They lie with some other stuff, but not the obvious things. Then the more we proceed, the more we go forward, we're beginning to see people who've got the tendency of lying, or they've got the tendency of lying with obvious things, like literally obvious things, right? So I wouldn't be shocked if I were to find that this is the truth. I will not be shocked, because politicians, they lie all over the world. Politicians, they lie. Yes, you know, when you look at Donald Trump, there are things he promised, and it looks like this man, he was inaugurated a few days ago, but I've been shown. Number one, he's been bringing people back to, it's like they did their research, and they knew exactly that if we get into power, these are the people that we are bringing out of prison. These are the people that we are pardoning. These are the things that we say we will do. It's like they've done a thorough research. So it's one of the few politicians that will say something and they do it. He says that it's going to remove the LGBTQI being a priority. Guess what? Oh, didn't take time. Back to square one. Done. Sign the law. Done. He said that I'm going to deport people. Guess what? Today I saw, he's just signed something that they will be transported with a military thing. Because he's like, this process might take longer. No. I'm going to use a military. Straight from here, it lands there, leaves your people, it comes back. But then you know what he's doing? He's also building a fence around America and deploying it. Today, they said he has deployed how many people? Is it 10,000 new soldiers that are going to assist in the borders? That's how serious that man is. Like, I'm just trying to say that in generally politicians, they tend to lie and they get to power and they're not going to do anything. But I'm seeing a man who is pushing, man. Donald Trump, let's not lie. Probably, yes, we'll find that out of probably 100 things that he promised, he has delivered 3, 4, 5 of them. But people are excited even for those 3, 4, 5, because some other politician will promise 100 things and deliver 1 out of 100. But this man, within a space of 5 days, has already delivered 10 out of 100. People have got a reason to be excited, right? It's one thing to agree whether look. It's one thing to debate whether you agree or you don't agree with him deporting people. Blah blah blah. It's just one thing. But what he's currently doing now, it is what he promised that he's going to do. And that's what we want to see from politicians. The consistency and all the stuff, it's not what we often see from politicians. Therefore, I will be the last person to defend a politician. It doesn't matter whether that politician is my favorite or not. I will be the last person to defend a politician because I know politicians lie. I don't care where politicians, all of them, majority of them, they have the tendency to lie. They will promise you heaven and earth knowing exactly that they will deliver none.